In today's guide, we're going to look at the Uhuru UM910. It's a reasonably priced microphone you can get on Amazon. I'll give you a link in the description below. And yeah, it's a USB condenser microphone. We're going to go through a full unboxing. I'm going to put it all together. I'll go through any settings that I have that I'm using on the microphone, but the whole guide will be using this microphone. So what you can hear now is the microphone. I'll also go through it on Android phone. I haven't got a cable for iOS, so unfortunately, but they're going to sound pretty much the same on both. So let's move straight into the unboxing of the unit. Opening up the box, as you can see, there's plenty of packing foam in here. It's really well packed. Welcome card. We have a full instruction manual in a few different languages, and I'll put this on screen. This shows you the cardioid layout. To start with, we've got the microphone, quite weighted. Yeah, really nice sort of brushed, like matte finish on it. Quite nice. On the underside, you have a USB port. You've got a USB cable. It's about 2.5 meters long. A foam filter goes on the top. I'll show you when that on in a bit. We have the holder. Quite firm actually. It's a really good, quite a good quality. We have the upright pole. This goes from about 7.5 inches to about a foot. So under here we also have another pop filter, and it's that side attaches to the upright pole. Double thickness, just about see, and it's got the Uhuru logo on it. Lastly, you've got this base plate, and it's heavy. And that's everything in the box. So let's start to assemble what we have. We have the instructions here, but I don't think we're going to need them. We just start by inserting the upright pole. Just tighten that up. The brass top has 2 different sizes, so this would fit other microphones as well. Then we screw the microphone holder into the brass top. Now to insert the microphone, you squeeze these 2 tabs and that opens. And you want the logo point towards where you're talking. Next you can install the foam filter if you want. Quite a firm, tight fit. As I'm dubbing, I'm actually using that filter. Or alternatively, you could use this pop filter. And we just screw that to the upright pole. Takes a little bit of time to get it to where you want it to be, but once you've got it there, it generally stays where it is. Finally, we just install the USB cable into the base of the microphone, and then obviously the other side will be plugged into your computer. Probably best to go to the USB ports on the back of your computer, because they've got a little bit more power than the ones on the front. So I just wanted to take a moment to show you the settings I'm using in OBS. So most people will be using OBS with this. If you're doing YouTubing or podcasting, it's very useful for that. If I show you the filters I'm using, you can see I've got a compressor, and this is the default settings for compressor. I've got noise suppression, which is set right down to the lowest, and I've got a noise gate, which is at the default settings as well. So this is pretty much out of the box, to be fair. If I turn all them off, particularly the noise gate, you will notice that there's a fluctuation at the bottom of the range there. You can see that down the bottom of the screen. But by enabling that, it cuts that right out. Yeah, so these are the little improvements that really make quite a difference in OBS, but out of the box. So hopefully that helps someone. So I've moved on to my Android smartphone, just to show you that it will work perfectly well on an iPhone or Android phone. I haven't got an OTG cable for an iPhone, so I can't show you that today, but I'm sure it will work exactly the same. And I'll show a picture of the OTG cable I'm using on screen, and I'll stick a link in the description if you want to purchase one of these, but they're cheap as anything really. But yeah, as you can hear, it works perfectly well. No complaints at all. I'm sure I've used this with Ubuntu Linux and had no issues installing drivers or anything like that. I've also used it in Windows and there's been no problems. It also says on the description that you can use this with a PS, like PlayStations. I think it says you can't use it with Xbox, but it did also say that you can't use it with Android, so it seems to be working fine, so I've got no complaints with that. Yeah. Right, so what do I think of the Uhuru? Personally, I'd probably go for the slightly more expensive version with the articulated arm, because that would better suit my needs for the sort of videos that I make. But this would suit most people just fine, especially if you're just doing podcasts and things like that. I think the sound is really good. I get a really good bassy sound out of this that other microphones don't really capture with my voice. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that side of things. Build quality seems, yeah, pretty good. All seem to go together quite easily and quite quickly, with no stress. And yeah, it's generally a very good microphone, especially for the price. So hopefully you've enjoyed this guide. If you do, give us a like and make sure you subscribe for more videos. Maybe we'll do some more videos on setting up microphones and maybe some other reviews on different microphones, and hope you've enjoyed the video.